The movie starts with a man named John Francis, who is being filmed while running his presidential campaign in front of his supporters. John explains his vision and mission if he becomes a candidate, and at the same time, we see a killer moving across a rooftop, trying to sneak in from above. After John finishes speaking to his supporters, he goes to his private room to rest. Suddenly, the killer breaks in and decides to assassinate the presidential candidate. After killing John, the killer detonates a bomb planted in there and waits for the police and special forces to arrive. In another place, inside a remote house in the middle of the woods, a man named Gabriel is in pain and vomiting in front of the bathroom, while his wife, Breen, tries to calm him down. She advises him not to drink too much alcohol and tells him he needs to stop mixing seeds with alcohol. Then she gives him medicine to ease the pain in his head. During breakfast, Gabriel hears an interview with a doctor who studies identical twins separated at birth, explaining how they can share the same hobbies, wear the same clothes, and even have the same hairstyle. In some cases, there may be something deeper in their DNA, where twins can share emotions and memories through neural connections or what is known as telepathy, the ability to communicate between minds from a distance without any devices. After breakfast, Gabriel and Breen go to their restaurant to work since they can't rely on government assistance all the time. Gabriel also has an employee named Jesse, who works as both a waiter and a cleaner. Later, the town mayor, named Jack, visits Gabriel at the restaurant, has coffee with him, and tells him that Native Americans believe people are reborn after death, and before dying, they must do something meaningful for themselves. Gabriel responds that Buddhists believe in the same idea. After that, Gabriel and Breen return home, and he gives her a bouquet of flowers as a simple birthday gift, even though her birthday is still a week away. While helping her cook, Gabriel's body suddenly shakes when he hears a phone ringtone, and he remembers that he killed someone. The scene then shifts to a private yacht owned by a politician named Jack, who is enjoying his time fishing with his wife, Julia. Suddenly, a man who looks exactly like Gabriel appears and tries to kill Jack. Jack is shocked and tries to fight him off with a knife, while Julia attempts to defend them by grabbing a gun and shooting at him. Despite being hit by several bullets, he remains standing and tries to push Jack into the ocean. When Julia sees her husband still in danger, she fires again, but some of the bullets hit Jack himself, killing him. When Gabriel realizes the target is dead, he tries to move away from the yacht and pulls the pin of a grenade, which then explodes. After some time, Gabriel appears again in pain, just like at the beginning of the movie, but this time he has clear memories of himself committing the. Breen, who is with him, begs him not to do that again and asks him to forget these dreams, but he says it's not that easy because everything feels extremely real. This makes him very angry and convinced that something is wrong with him. Later, Gabriel goes to a psychiatrist named Dr. Reese based on his wife's advice. After reviewing his medical records, the doctor tells him that his brain scans look completely normal and that his condition is likely psychological. When asked about his dreams, Gabriel explains that they feel so real that when he wakes up, he can't believe they were just dreams. Breen also says that her husband sometimes sleepwalks as if he's chasing and killing people. Because of the stress caused by his condition and the frequent arguments between him and his wife, the doctor explains that subconscious dreams can cause disturbances during waking moments, just like what happens to Gabriel. He adds that everyone experiences subconscious dreams and suggests that Gabriel might be overly exhausted from continuous work. Then he prescribes him a sedative to help him sleep better and reduce anxiety. After leaving the doctor, Gabriel goes to the library to search for information about his memories, especially the murders that resemble what he sees in his dreams, like the assassination of the presidential candidate at the beginning of the film. When he leaves the library, his body shakes again when he hears a song, as if he's transforming into someone else. Later, he goes to a train station and follows a man connected to two people he had killed before. When the man reaches the platform, Gabriel pushes him in front of an oncoming train, killing him. The police who are on duty at the station witness what happens and chase him until they find him hiding. However, Gabriel manages to overpower one of the officers and kill him with his own weapon. Just like before, Gabriel pulls the pin of a grenade and blows himself up, trying to erase any evidence at the crime scene. After that, Gabriel went back to his bathroom, but this time he was extremely angry about what had happened. Breen tried to calm him down, but he was confused because of his mixed thoughts and emotions, to the point where he couldn't understand what was happening to him. Then he asked her about what he did the night before, and she explained that he came home first while she was at the restaurant with Jesse, and they were drinking together until late. But Gabriel didn't believe her, and asked about a man named Jack who died because of him. She told him that his words were becoming very strange, since everyone in town knows Jack was murdered, but not by him. She advised him to go see Dr. Reese to follow up on his condition, which had gotten out of control. After some time, and once his condition improved a little, Gabriel went to his storage room, took out a camera, and secretly placed it on a bookshelf in his room. His goal was to find out what was happening to him or to his wife, especially while he was in the bathroom. He also threw away the medication Dr. Reese gave him and replaced it with sleeping pills he bought from a pharmacy. In the afternoon, Gabriel went to visit Mayor Hodge, who was still at the police station, and told him about two men who had been killed by someone and were about to do something very important. Gabriel was curious to know what benefit people would get from their deaths, but Hodge didn't seem very interested. He assumed Gabriel was under stress from managing his late parents' restaurant, which was causing him some tension, and suggested that he go deer hunting like last year to relieve the pressure. After leaving the police station, Gabriel went to his restaurant and found only Jesse there. Jesse told him that the automatic dishwasher was broken and asked him to buy a new one, but Gabriel said the problem was in the hardware, and that he would go to a hardware store after closing to get a new part. Suddenly, Gabriel heard the music again inside the restaurant, but this time he managed to control himself a bit and smashed the speaker. Then he started questioning Jesse about the people he works with, but Jesse honestly said he didn't know anything and didn't understand what Gabriel was talking about. After calming down, Gabriel began searching for information about the murder that happened at the train station, as well as the abandoned building that was destroyed by the grenade explosion. By chance, he saw Jesse talking to someone outside the restaurant, and the call was with Mayor Hodge. After that, Jesse left, and we see Mayor Hodge with a man named Anthony, who had been secretly monitoring Gabriel. After a long trip, Gabriel arrived at the train station to try to understand what happened and look for any clues. Suddenly, someone shot him from behind until he died. But then he woke up. It was just a vision. This time, Breen was very angry because she found the camera he had placed to monitor her. Breen thought Gabriel had gone crazy and hit him, but after a while they made up and things calmed down. Then Gabriel watched the recorded footage from the camera but didn't find anything unusual, which only increased his confusion about his memories. Breen reassured him that she would stay by his side and tried to believe him as much as she could. Later, Gabriel met Dr. Reese at his workplace and asked him who he really was, because he deeply suspected him. Gabriel also told him that he sometimes feels enjoyment in his dreams, even when he's killing people. Dr. Reese replied that his mind and soul were going through a phase that didn't require external intervention, and that the death of his parents, long working hours, lack of sleep, and not having children could all be reasons for the stress showing up in his dreams. Gabriel also told him that he had thrown away the medication, so Dr. Reese gave him another prescription and told him to follow the exact doses. After the doctor left, Gabriel tried to access stored data in the room. Later, Gabriel returned home to confirm information he got from Dr. Reese. Suddenly, the music came back again, but this time he managed to suppress it. He realized that the medication Dr. Reese had given him was what made him enter a subconscious state to obey orders. It turned out he hadn't been taking that medication for a while, so the music that used to play automatically on his phone at specific times no longer affected him. Gabriel decided to follow the path they had set for him and pretended to be someone else, just like they wanted. Outside his house, he met Anthony, who was waiting for him and gave him a new mission, just like before. After a while, Gabriel reached a location and climbed a tower to aim at his target. While scanning the area through his weapon's scope, he saw Mayor Hodge with two of his men trying to aim at him. But Gabriel, no longer under their control, decided to shoot one of Hodge's men, after which Hodge left the area. Then Gabriel went to Dr. Reese's place and found the room empty because Reese had moved everything to a secret location. Luckily, Dr. Reese returned to get Gabriel's medical files that were still there. Gabriel pointed his gun at him and demanded the truth. In the end, Dr. Reese confessed that Gabriel was actually a test subject. They were trying to develop a professional assassin, and the project wasn't funded by the government but by independent organizations. Before Gabriel could learn more details, Mayor Hodge arrived with several of his men to arrest him, but Gabriel managed to outsmart them and escape without being noticed. After that, he went to the mayor's house, took his car, and drove back home. When he arrived, Gabriel asked Breen to be honest with him because he felt she was involved in everything. He already knew most of the truth from Dr. Reese and asked her to tell him everything, even though it hurt him deeply to realize that someone he loved could betray him. In the end, Breen admitted that she was assigned to marry him and become his wife, and that she was forced to do it because of legal problems related to money. She never expected to actually fall in love with Gabriel, but she did, and now she truly wants to escape from all of this. She just doesn't know where to start. After that, Mayor Hodge and his men arrived at the location, and Gabriel and Breen tried to escape. But before they could get away, Hodge's men captured Gabriel and forced him to surrender, making it easier for Hodge to kill him. In another place, Gabriel wakes up. At that moment, the person in charge reassures him that there's no need to worry, because he's been through this situation many times before and that it's only temporary. He also tells him that he won't remember what happened afterward. Suddenly, Gabriel's body stops moving after being given stimulants, and George tries to use an electric shock device to keep him conscious. Gabriel takes advantage of the moment, overpowers George, and frees himself. After taking down several guards, Gabriel starts searching the place to figure out who George is and what this really is. Then he meets Dr. Reese while he's conducting experiments, and asks him where he is and what the Sons of Liberty organization is. Dr. Reese tells him that this is the place where he was created, then takes him on a tour to reveal the truth. It turns out that the Sons of Liberty is actually a colonial American secret society that tried to resist British taxes imposed in 1773, and the people Gabriel killed were actually fighting for real independence. That's why Dr. Reese's backers wanted to take control of the place without resistance. At first, Dr. Reese was researching burn victims' skin, then he moved on to more dangerous experiments involving the creation of internal organs and the regeneration of brain layers. He wanted to understand how the human body works and how it could be replicated, even though he knew it was extremely dangerous and unethical. The American Medical Association rejected his work, but the Sons of Liberty freed him from restrictions and gave him unlimited funding to continue his research. Later, Dr. Reese admits that Gabriel's real name is Danny Lucas, who used to be one of the best Navy operatives, carrying out secret missions in Iraq, Kuwait, and Colombia, and one of the most lethal military killers the United States had ever seen. But his commander, Hodge, selected him for a secret project where he was programmed like a machine to carry out assassinations on command. Then Dr. Reese shows Gabriel another of himself inside a tube and tells him there are 13 copies, each assigned a target that must be eliminated. However, the process wasn't perfect, because the original Gabriel had to be killed so the copies could rotate his memories and prevent mental instability whenever one of them is activated. Their main goal was to eliminate human soldiers and turn the project into a deadly killing machine. Suddenly, a smoke grenade explodes among them, and Gabriel is shot in the stomach by one of Hodge's men. As the man tries to shoot him again, Breen rushes in to save Gabriel. Dr. Reese, who is still alive, asks Hodge to capture Gabriel alive, but Hodge refuses, saying that if the monster escapes, they won't be able to control him again. Then Hodge orders Dr. Reese to go up to the surface because the place is about to burn. After that, Hodge chases Gabriel and Breen to kill them, while Breen urges Gabriel to move faster because the gate won't hold much longer. As his condition worsens, Gabriel realizes he won't last long and asks Breen to release his other copy from the tube. Meanwhile, the one who reached the surface is captured by Anthony, who is waiting there, and Dr. Reese reassures him that their secret is safe because no one will survive the place. On the other side, Breen tries to wake up Gabriel's copy, but she fails. At that moment, Hodge arrives and reveals that he knows how to wake him. It turns out the copies respond to a specific piece of music, as if they receive orders through it. Then Hodge orders Gabriel to kill Breen, and that becomes his first command. Breen tries to remind Gabriel that he's not a killer, but the man she loves. It turns out Gabriel still remembers his past, because when he woke up, he didn't respond to the triggers like the other copies. Instead, he immediately shoots Mayor Hodge in the head and kills him. After that, Gabriel and Breen try to escape using the elevator before the entire place catches fire, but Dr. Reese disables the elevator, trapping them inside. At that point, Gabriel asks Breen to leave him behind. Even though it's very hard for her, he tells her that he's now just a killing machine and could be a danger to the entire country. He asks her to expose the truth about this experiment and reveal everything so people can understand the potential threat that could destroy the country in the future. And that's how the movie ends. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, it really matters, and subscribe to the channel.